So you might have seen on the main banter channel earlier this week, Ran challenged all the researchers to see what their 12 coin portfolio, who will have the best performing 12 coin stack from today to next year on the same day. So July 10th, now 2024 to July 10th, 2025. But he left a worthy competitor out of the ring. And I think I have cooked up the perfect 12 coin portfolio between gaming, AI, blue chips, meme coins. And I really do think we can outperform what Ran and the other research have put together. So like I said, I think we have a sleeper over here on the In the Game channel, and I am going to deliver my 12 coin portfolio that I think could be an absolute killer performer over the next 365 days. So lock in, let's get into it. Without further ado, let's get in the game. And first things first, as always, like the video, subscribe if you're enjoying the content here on In the Game. Obviously, the market's been a little slow, but we're DCAing, we're planting seeds, and we're ready for that next leg up. And as always, shout out to all of our sponsors here on In the Game. We have Vulcan Forged Ultra, we have Dreams Quest, as well as NordVPN, Moon Tropica, and Real Fever. So shout out to all of our sponsors. Links in the description down below, and we'll talk a little bit more about our sponsors at the end of the show. Right now, I mean, the market's looking a bit choppy. We have some big winners over the last 24 hours. Ultra's up 20%. We'll actually talk about that here in just a moment at the end of the show on exactly why it is up 20%. We have Block Games randomly performing very well. We have Mavia up 14%. And honestly, you know, this is right off the back of the Ruby battles. There's already been 20,000 Ruby battles fought since they launched the official Ruby. It's basically wager matches inside the game. And as you see, the Ruby marketplace is about to go live where you can trade out your Ruby into Mavia, making this a true play to earn experience for those that have been grinding Ruby. So that is an awesome development. But for the most part, most altcoins are sitting pretty steady. Not a lot of motion in the market at this point in time. We had Bitcoin, you know, hovering around 58 earlier today. Now it's between 57, 58. But that's not what we're here for today is, you know, the market coverage as of now. We're putting together the ultimate 12 coin portfolio from today to next year that I think can outperform every one of the lists that were put together from the other banter hosts and researchers. So let's just jump into a few news bits really quick, and then we'll get into the portfolio. We have Ronin, which, like I've said in the past, this has to be one of my #1 plays as far as infrastructure goes heading into this bull cycle. The amount of games that they're onboarding, they're so selective. And today they welcomed in Rooniverse, which I think is a great fit into their ecosystem. And what people really misunderstand, I mean, you know, you're one of the 980,000 gamers daily that are using the Ronin chain. The Ronin adoption curve is absolutely insane. So shout out to Rooniverse. Congratulations to them for getting onto Ronin. And I genuinely think it's a great fit. So there's great news there. We've been covering 𝗚𝗟𝗓 for quite some time, and they're really focused on accelerating games inside their ecosystem. We have 𝗚𝗟𝗓 with their $1 million fund. What they're doing is they're giving out $50,000 monthly to upcoming projects. And as you can see here, they have different projects listed. Some like WAGMI Games, Undead Blocks, Grand Gangsta City, like 𝗗𝗢𝗡𝗧. I've seen that one many times across the space. So there's a lot of different games here. There's been 2 million votes. And I love when there's incentivized building within ecosystems. And if we actually go look at, first of all, Ronin around $2, I think is a great DCA. If we file down here and find 𝗚𝗟𝗓, yeah, about 2.5 cents. You know, we were accumulating around that 2.5 cent level throughout the bear. So this is getting pretty cheap in my opinion. And then as far as incentives go, if you are just looking to participate in different things, Super Champs Rewards Season 1 is underway. They're giving away 40 million champ tokens in Season 1. I think that that's going to be an absolute banger if you get involved with that. The rewards program is live now. We have GOAT Gaming, which is behind Mighty Action Heroes. This ecosystem, I think, has so much in store Mighty Action Heroes won Mobile Game of the Year in Web3 this past year. They have a full-blown ecosystem. They've shipped successfully in Web2, and now they're moving over to Web3. I really think that GOAT Gaming and this ecosystem here is going to crush it. You can also get involved with their airdrop campaign. We have Crypto Unicorns, which breaks down exactly the tokens that are up for grabs. XAI is up for grabs every single day. Like if you just look, every week, 17,000 𝗧, 26,000 𝗧, 4,000 𝗧, 14,000 𝗧. I mean, they're tangibly giving away about 60,000 XAI tokens every single week. That adds up to about $30,000 in rewards. So worth the time to go ahead and jump in and play in the Crypto Unicorns ecosystem and start earning those rewards. And then for Rumble Kong's holders, this is going to be big. Rumble Kong League, as they show here, first of all, the partners for this project are actually some that we've really never seen across the space. Gatorade, Under Armour, Stance. We have Slam Magazine, Victory, some of these traditional sports business firms. We have CAA. We have Paul George backing this project. I'm involved with Rumble Kong League, but they're giving away 30% of the token supply to community airdrop and staking. So if you hold a Rumble Kong, you'll actually qualify for that airdrop. So little bit of airdrop and reward alpha there before we jump into the portfolio. So let's jump into the main meat and potatoes of the show today. And I'm not going to say that the portfolio that these other researchers and Rand put together are bad. They're not. They're not bad portfolios, but let's just take a look at the projects that are chosen here. So ETH options. And then I believe the next one chosen was ENS. Let's see here. Yeah, ENS. And then we have, let's see, just so we can get a comparison. Pendle, good project. TIA, so Celestia. I could see Celestia doing well. Let's just, evaluate the portfolio here. So we have Celestia. Let's see if we can get this bad loads. Are we? Interesting choice there, in my opinion. AXL/Link. I'm very bearish on. Okay, he took out Link. All right. ZK Sync. Yeah, it probably will pump throughout the cycle. Sol fair. I left Sol out of ours because I want more explosive upside. Injective, we have GMX, Rune, and I know his last one was Ton. All right. So I've put together a 12 coin portfolio here, and I'm going to give you the logic behind every single one of these. And we'll come back to this a year from today, and I'll show you that I am going to win this competition. All right. But no, all jokes aside, I think that if you put together a 12 coin portfolio, this is a pretty solid stack of tokens that gives you exposure to gaming, AI, meme coins, and blue chip tokens. So let's jump into it. As we say here on In the Game, without further ado, token number one is Ronin. We talked about this one at the very beginning. Ronin, 980,000 gamers using this chain consistently. And if we go look at the market cap of Ronin at $600 million, the fact they have Pixels, they now have Runiverse, they have Machines Arena, they have Aperion, they have Axie Infinity, of course. To me, Ronin is an absolute no-brainer. And this has to be in your stack. And it's actually disgraceful that none of these other people put gaming coins in their stacks. Like, I don't understand. I'll never understand, because gaming, when it comes around, is going to be one of the most killer narratives of this cycle. Number two is Beam. I showed these numbers earlier this week. 100,000 transactions in a single day on the Beam chain. Beam also is incorporated with Avalanche. There's a lot more games coming in, building on Beam. The Treasury, this is just one I'm not fading, and it moves very aggressively whenever the gaming narrative does move. So I'm absolutely putting Beam here in this 12 coin portfolio. Number three is Prime, another no-brainer. I still believe Prime could hit $50 to $100 this cycle, given the fact of where it's at. So, Beam at 700 million, I wouldn't be surprised if Beam does a 10x. Like, $8 billion is my target whenever it comes to Beam at these levels. And I wouldn't be surprised to see it hit those marks. And when it comes to Echelon Prime, which has been one of the lead gaming tokens of the cycle so far. Really, to get to $50 is just a 7x, 5.6 billion on the fully diluted, and it would be about 1.4 on the circulating. I think that's very realistic. And I wouldn't even say that $100 for Echelon Prime is out of the question. And I think at the very least, these other portfolios that were put together by Rand and the researchers, I genuinely think that Prime should be a part of a lot of them. Like Prime is the token. Like if you also just want broad scale exposure to gaming, I think these first three are really good to have in your bags. Number 4, technically, is 𝗏𝗏𝗡. Now, this has been a sleeper, and big shout out to 𝗬𝗟𝗍𝗡𝗅 for bringing this to the channel. But if you look into the 𝗏𝗏 ecosystem, this is the most explosive ecosystem in all of crypto right now, and it's undisputed. We see projects like 𝗏𝗏𝗡. Let's go over here. We see 𝗏𝗏𝗡, who incubated 𝗏 Station. They already have 4 million users on this project. Absolutely insane. Already at 191,000 followers on this account. They just launched this within the last 30 days. And if we look at the daily active addresses, 𝗏 has just surpassed ETH. So the gaming narrative here is strong, and the #1 gaming token on 𝗏 is 𝗏𝗏𝗡. And if 𝗏 hits $60-80 billion market cap, this will probably hit $6 to $10 billion very easily. So I am betting big on 𝗏𝗏𝗡, and I am betting big on the 𝗏 ecosystem. Number 5 here on the list of our 12 token portfolio, Super. This one is super straightforward because I am simply going to bet on Elio in this. I think that, obviously it's a lot of patience. It's a waiting game right now, but I know a lot of the things going on behind the scenes at Superverse, the things that they're doing with these projects, the integration of the super token into different ecosystems and beyond. I just think this could end up being one of the most well-rounded ultimate gaming ecosystems, whereas Portal would like to say they're the ultimate gaming coin. Right now, there's nothing to it. And while Super has a lot to ship still, they have tangibly gotten their token incorporated into multiple different ecosystems coming up. I'm betting on Super. $200 million market cap. I mean, I see this at a couple billion whenever we hit the cycle's top and whenever the marketing really kicks up on Elio's side. And, more so just when the gaming narrative picks up, I see Super being a huge win. So I'm definitely betting on Super. Number 6 is 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 is going to be one of the only brand new tokens with big vesting that is on my list. But if you look at the vesting schedule, it's so generous. And if we look at the all chart here, back here when it TGE'd in April, what you're going to notice is there are actually no VC unlocks until October, but then it's 24-month vesting. So even throughout the first 12 to 18 months of the life cycle here, most of the supply is still locked up, which to me is so bullish. It's a 6-month cliff. So there's no tokens until October being released. And then it's a 24-month vest. So it won't even be fully vested until a year after where we all think the top will be. So this drives so much bullish conviction for me. And with the AI integrations, the studio experience, these guys worked on Pixar. The game is just quality as it gets. Like I said, the tokenomics just makes sense. They're partnered up with Palantir and NVIDIA. My Pet Hooligan is a no-brainer, and I'm looking at 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 in this portfolio. And at these market cap levels, I could totally see this having such a huge run this cycle. And it is going to be really the only fresh launch token that is going to be a piece of this portfolio. Number 7. I think it's number 7. 1, 2, 3. Yep. Number 7 is 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. Now we're going to get into some blue chips, right? So those are going to be my 6 gaming coins in this portfolio. Higher risk a little bit. Gaming needs to pump during that timeline. But to me, they're all surefire bets when gaming does heat up and alt season comes around. Those 6 tokens are going to do such explosive numbers. Whereas if I'm looking at what Rand put together, like I said, it is a great stack of tokens. But a lot of these market caps are pretty high, like Rune, Injective, Sol, ZK. A lot of these are pretty high market caps, whereas what we're betting on here, when we go back to the portfolio, on the circulating market caps, our first 6 tokens, there's only one of them over $1 billion. So I see a lot of upside potential there and a minimum downside with those projects with how quality they are. Number 7 is 𝗏. We talked about it here. I think 𝗏 also for the gaming narrative just has so much potential for the onboarding perspective. And I want exposure to 𝗏. If I even go look at, let's just go to the broader crypto market here. You know, 𝗏's number 8 at 18 bill. This is going to flip XRP. Hard to tell on USDC, stablecoin inflows, outflows, people taking profits. It varies throughout the cycle. And I don't know if it's not going to pass Tether, but Tether's bigger than BNB and Solana. I could totally see 𝗏 up here with Sol and BNB. And if Sol continues to multiply, this market cap at 65 billion is going to multiply at $18 billion. I mean, 𝗏, this is a $60 to $100 billion coin. I could totally see this being as big eventually as BNB and Solana. I don't understand why it can't with the network adoption that it's getting currently. So 𝗏 is a no-brainer in my stack. And I have the prices listed here. Let me actually blow this up for you guys. I did notice just now. There we go. I think that makes it a whole lot better for the content perspective. So there we go. Yeah. All right. So yeah, my entries are all listed here. Beam is off to the side because it wasn't letting me do decimal points on the price. So my Ronin entry is $1.96 on this challenge specifically. Beam at 0.0, it's like 1.5 cents. We have Prime at 7.89, Notcoin at about 1.5 cents, Super at 56 cents, Carrot at 59 cents, and 𝗏 at $7.27. Let's move on to token number 8, which is 𝗂𝗧𝗏. I was so surprised that 𝗂𝗧𝗏 wasn't in Rand's list. I was surprised that it wasn't on a lot of people's lists. To me, 𝗂𝗧𝗏 is a sleeping giant in this market right now. Number 23 by market cap, but only at 4 billion. I mean, if I look at the projects above 𝗂𝗧𝗏, there's no reason in the world that Polkadot should be double the market cap of 𝗂𝗧𝗏. And I think that gap's going to close relatively quickly. I think of all the blue chip tokens in the market, 𝗂𝗧𝗏 might be the absolute best undervalued position to be able to take in this market. There is, like I said, there's no reason that Tron, Polkadot, Chainlink, Near, none of those projects should be higher market cap than 𝗂𝗧𝗏. And I think we're going to continue. I mean, 𝗂𝗧𝗏's chart against Bitcoin and 𝗂𝗧𝗏's chart over the last year has just been so impressive. I'm betting big on 𝗂𝗧𝗏, and that is going to be my number 8 in the portfolio. Number 9, we're about to get into the fun stuff here after this one, but this is another blue chip, and a lot of people didn't have it in their list. Once again, I'm shocked. You want broad level AI exposure, and look, where's Render on so Render's number 31 by market cap, right? And while that is it's got a lot of room to grow, but to me, what I'm looking at is 𝗏, which is number 46 by market cap, 1.8 billion. Render is going to be a popular pick, probably amongst some of the researchers. Another one I'm really surprised Rand didn't put in there. But when AI comes back around, 𝗏, 𝗂𝗧𝗏, and 𝗏, not only do they have great product and great adoption, their communities are such cults, but they're newer cycle tokens. So these things are going to absolutely rip whenever these narratives come around. I think it's a no-brainer. Like, I'm going to highlight these 3. I'm not going to block them back out, but let's just do a, I don't want to blind people here. Let's highlight those. I think 𝗏, 𝗂𝗧𝗏, and 𝗏, you could hold those 3 tokens and outperform most of the people in this market, like genuinely. And I know I cover gaming here, so I don't talk a lot about 𝗂𝗧𝗏. I don't talk a lot about 𝗏 too much. But those 3 coins, I think we could almost outtrade most people that are trying to hit 1 million different coins this cycle. I think those have such good strength, and I would definitely be betting on those 3 for major growth throughout this cycle. Now, the last 3 are memes, because the meme super cycle, this is going to be ongoing no matter what. Like, memes are going to be a part of this cycle. You can either accept it or you can probably get ran over, right? So it's just part of it. My number one meme has always been Brett. And at this entry point around $1 billion, when it almost already hit 2 billion, and Crash on Twitter says it's going to hit 5-10 billion, this is the safest meme coin play to me. If Coinbase also has a big unlock, gives this to their audience, brings it to the Coinbase exchange, and Coinbase then starts promoting the base chain, the number one meme is Brett. This is a freaking no-brainer to me. The logic is easy. If Coinbase starts to push the base chain, it's game over. Like, Brett is going to absolutely rock it. Number 11 on the list is Mog. So, you know, everyone loves Pepe, and I get it as far as Ethereum memes. Pepe's shown why it's the king, right? Pepe meme is undefeated. It's a $3.8 billion market cap. But to me, I don't want to put a $3.8 billion meme coin in this portfolio. So what I'm doing is I am doing the lower down the ladder play. This token here is 7x undervalued versus Pepe, and the meme is just as good with Mog. Like, get mogged, get flexed on. The culture, the pit vipers all over Twitter. This is one I'm so convicted on as a high leverage play. When the ETH memes like Pepe or SHIB or Doge start to run, well, they're going to shift profits downward. Mog's going to catch a great bid on that. And actually, if we look at the month chart here, performing quite nicely, up 30%, really strong. Got one of the best communities and pushes for influencers on the timeline. I'm including Mog in this portfolio, and I'm not even thinking twice about it. That's going to be my ETH meme. Okay, so the narrative here with my 3 meme coins, base, ETH, and then number 3, last coin in this portfolio. And you have to notice, I'm going to break this down before I put this last one. And it's actually the only coin that Ran and I have in common on our lists, because I noticed he didn't even put TON. So I have Ronin, which is an individual chain. Beam is an individual chain. Prime is an individual game ecosystem. Notcoin is an individual ecosystem on TON. We have Super, which I believe will eventually be a chain. We have Carrot, which is an individual gaming ecosystem. Then we have TON, CAS, and 𝗨. All 3 of them, their own networks, own network effect, etc. Then we have base exposure with Brett, and we have ETH exposure with Mog. But I think TON is going to be one of the biggest opportunities over the next 12 months. And my last one is Resistance Dog. Number 1 meme coin on Telegram. It's taken about a 17% dip over the last couple of weeks as well, just because TON cooled off. There's no reason, once again, that if TON goes to 60, 80 billion this cycle, that the number 1 meme coin, which right now is sitting at an $83 million market cap, that can 10x, that could 20x. I mean, it could be a multi-billion-dollar meme coin on a chain like TON that's getting the adoption and getting the use that it is in this current landscape. So this is my 12-coin portfolio. And look, it's just fun competition. I am not trash talking Rand's portfolio. But to me, like, when I'm looking at what we've put together here, I mean, on the bottom half of his, Axel, ZK, Soul, Injective, GMX, Rune. I know he had Resistance Dog, so I respect that one. I like that one a lot. ENS, Pendle, Celestia. I don't know. I feel like, sure, we might have a little bit of a more risk-on portfolio, but those highlighted ones, I think, are surefire bets to outperform most on his list. I'm just speculating. But the gaming stuff, too, could catapult us to having the best portfolio if gaming really does catch fire over the next 12 months. So to recap, Ronin, Beam, Prime, Notcoin, Super, Carrot, we have TON, we have Caspa, we have 𝗨, we have Brett, Mog, and Redo. That is going to be my ultimate 12-coin portfolio in this challenge. But honestly, if you just wanted 12 coins in your bag, you might swap out one of the gaming coins for Solana. You might, include a couple AI coin, whatever your taste is. This is actually not a bad 12 coin portfolio in general. But to me, I think this can absolutely win this competition. And they might not even know that I'm doing this list over on the In the Game channel, you know, on the Big Banter channel. So let's sneakily beat everyone in this challenge, guys. If you like the portfolio, smash the like button. Let me know your thoughts down below. What would you take out? What would you insert? I'm always, you know, in the comments, and I love hearing you guys' feedback. And then let's close it out with a little bit of sponsor updates. We see Project Citadel, which is coming along fantastic. Look at the graph. Like, this looks insane. This truly does look like one of the best games on the blockchain based on the gameplay, the maps, the detail. We see the armor and character graphics here as you're, you know, instantly adding these items to your gameplay for quick reloads and selection, as they say. But above that, I've been saying over and over, when Citadel launches and it's on the Ultra app, the downloads for Ultra are going to go way through the roof. We're going to see major adoption come through the door if you know, if Project Citadel does what I think it can. So big shout out to Ultra. I think that they're absolutely crushing it. And shout out to our exchange partners. We have Avo and Bluefin. And the reason I'm highlighting these two, Avo is decentralized. So if you don't want to get burned by an FTX or a Celsius, Avo, you custody your own crypto and you're still able to long, short, leverage trade, options, perps, all that good stuff right here with Avo. It's a decentralized exchange. And then if you want a centralized exchange for secure feeling of, you know, you're using an exchange, Bluefin down below, no KYC. So if you're in the US, you need somewhere to trade, you can use Bluefin in the link down below in the description. And then last but not least, we have NordVPN. NordVPN's the best VPN on planet Earth. There is no better VPN product out there. You can get literally 4 months extra. You can get 20 gigabytes of eSIM data for free when you sign up, and a 30-day money-back guarantee. I've been seeing more and more scams and hacks on the timeline. The least you could do is just protect your anonymity, and be able to just hide your IP address, hide your location, use a VPN. I recommend NordVPN down below in the description. So guys, I'm going to hop out of here. I'm going to save this 12 coin portfolio. We will come back to it and hopefully out trade the rest of the channel. You guys have a great day. Like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all on the next one. As always, play well, my friends.